Welcome to Elevate Springfield, where we will dive into strategies and stories that help you rise to your full potential. Each episode, we'll talk about how you can take intentional steps to elevate your life and your business while making a meaningful impact on those around you. Along the way, we're going to bring in the change makers from our community that are already elevating. We'll bring the actionable strategies, you bring the discipline and follow through, and together we can elevate Springfield.
All right, let's go, Springfield. Time to 10x your day, y'all. Time to level up. Time to crush it. Hey, you are listening to the Elevate Springfield podcast. Robert Farrell here, certified 10x coach, speaker, and mentor, here to bring you actionable strategies. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together we're going to elevate Springfield. Well, you are listening to another segment of Communities Grow Together on the Elevate Springfield podcast. As you know, we drop these segments each week. The Communities Grow Together segment will touch on all things nonprofit associations and how we as a community are working together so we can all grow together. This segment is brought to you by David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency over on West Wabash. Whatever you need insurance-wise, whether that's business, life, home, auto, or anything in between, hey, David and his team can take care of you. Give them a shout, or hey, stop by and visit them over on West Wabash. These segments are quick hits of actionable strategies and what's going on in our area to help you level up and grow together. Be right back after the break. Looking for personalized insurance with hometown care? David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agent, is here to help you protect what matters most: your family, your home, and your dreams. Whether it's auto, home, life, business, David and his team are proud to serve the Springfield community with trusted advice and reliable coverage. Local service, real relationships, peace of mind. Call today or stop by their office. They can build your dream protection plan together. Call 217-726-6343. All right, and we are back with another edition of the Communities Grow Together segment. My guest today, Ashley Earles from the Birth to 5 Illinois program. How are you doing, Ashley?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having us here.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us. I'm excited to learn more about this. I really don't know very much about it, so I'm excited to learn today along with the audience. All right? Before we get to that, just tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so I have been with Birth to 5 Illinois now since it began, so 3 years. And before that, I've been in early childhood. I've been with a few different nonprofits. I've also been in social work. I've done marketing. I mean, you really kind of name it, I've done it. So I've had multiple different hats, and that's really set me up to be successful with Birth to 5 Illinois. I like to say that this is my sweet spot, and it really focuses on my why in general, like my personal why and my professional why. I love being a connector. I like connecting people to the information that they need, connecting individuals to the resources that they need. So this has really been my dream job, and it's been extremely successful for our region. And yeah, I'm excited to be here today to share more about the successes that we've had with Birth to 5 Illinois, Region 51, which does cover Menard and Sangamon counties.
So has that always been your why, being that connector?
It has. I have been doing why work for the past 5 years now. Not going to lie, I love Simon Sinek a lot.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, I know. And so I've been growing my why now for, like I said, the past 5 years. And so when this position came up and was brought to me, immediately I was like, I have been searching for this my whole life. And so this just like coincided immediately, and just excited to be in this position and continue to see where we can go as Birth to 5 Illinois, because it's amazing. We are statewide, and more people are understanding what we do and how we do it. and that it takes the entire community to make this action happen within our region. So we collaborate with the Regional Office of Education. So
Mhm.
there's 39 of us across the state doing this impactful work to make sure that our families and our community and our children have access to early education and mental and behavioral health services.
Okay. So let's dig into that a little bit. You said it's only 3 years old now and it's
Mhm.
a statewide initiative. All right. So what is it? What is the initiative and what was the impetus to it starting 3 years ago?
So it did come out of the governor's commission report, wanting to have this better understanding of what is working really well and what are those gaps, and then how can we fill those gaps with what is working well. And then what we were able to do with that is form family councils. So parents and caregivers that have a child under the age of 8. And then also action council members that have this passion to want to better their communities, and they have different backgrounds. They can be elected officials, they can be early childhood professionals, they can be business owners too. And so all these individuals are coming together and having this better understanding of how can we make these changes within our community. Then in addition to, we are also out in community gathering multiple different stories from additional community partners,
Mm.
from additional families and caregivers, and then taking this information to continue to make changes. And we did that with a regional needs assessments on early childhood and mental behavioral health. But then from there, we've been able to take true action with our action plans.
Mhm.
And they've developed recommendations around early childhood and mental and behavioral health.
Okay. So what's the overall goal of Birth to Five Illinois?
So, the overall goal is to really make sure that our families and children have quality and inclusive early childhood services and now access to mental and behavioral health services for our birth to age 5 year olds.
Okay. And how do you guys put that into practice? You talk about being a connector. How do you connect folks with those services?
Absolutely. So it's really been through the work of the action plans that our council members have been doing and with our community partners. And it's with those needs that they found. So, one of our recommendations that was identified after learning that in about 3 years, we are going to be in a situation where we have multiple different individuals within the early childhood profession that are at a retirement age. And we don't have youth that are actually wanting to go into the profession. So they decided they were coming up with a recommendation for a better workforce pipeline for early childhood. So that's one of the recommendations they've been diligently working on, and it takes multiple community partners to make that happen. So we've got school districts we're working with, Capital Area Career Center, Lincoln Land Community College. An amazing action has happened with that. We were able to reach almost 200 students, 3 school districts, capital area, and help them get more youth enrolled within their preschool lab. It's work like that that's been beautiful to see when all the partners come and have these conversations to be able to move that work.
How important is that to really to move the needle in terms of getting more people into the profession, going at it from that earlier age with getting these preschool programs and everything going? How important is that?
It's extremely important. And I'm really glad that you brought that up because one of the things that we found out having these conversations and gathering all these stories is that we have in Sangamon and Menard counties over 13,000 birth to age 5 year olds within our communities. However, there's over 5,000 of them that if they wanted to have a seat within a classroom,
Mhm.
within an early learning childcare program, there's not a seat for them,
Right.
right? Regardless if that means the childcare program isn't built for them to go to, there's not a teacher in that room. And so it's extremely important for us to have this better workforce pipeline and going younger with our junior high and high school students to let them know if there is a barrier for you to go into this workforce, this is how it can be eliminated. These are the scholarships. But then also working with those that are already in the field to let them know this is potentially how we can educate you to help eliminate workforce burnout. and then also different ways that you can potentially get some additional funding for you, different scholarships that to help them better their education too. So that has been extremely important for our community.
Absolutely. So, in terms of the people that are in the profession right now, I would imagine because there was when COVID happened, we lost a lot of folks at that time too, right? So, I mean, a lot
Yes.
of spaces left at that point, and not all of them came back. So,
Correct.
I would imagine we're still not necessarily reeling, but feeling the effects at least of some of that stuff too, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what are some of the other pieces of the action plan that you guys are putting into place?
We have two others within early childhood, and those both had to do with just a lack of awareness of the resources available to our community. And so that's around the United Way 211 database, and then also Sangamon Heart, and it holds our IRIS database. And so both of those is around a communication campaign, some flyers that we've been able to develop together with both of those entities that we were able to give to our chambers. So when new members move into the community, they're aware of that they can access both of these to be better informed about the resources that are there for them. So again, it goes back to just better communication as a community. And then these only work if we can get our nonprofits enrolled in these.
Right.
So then also communicating with our nonprofits that, like, hey, if you're not aware of these, this is what they do, this is how it benefits you, and then also benefits our community because then they themselves, as family and caregivers, can access these as well.
Can you expand a little bit on those databases like the United Way 211? So if somebody's out there that doesn't know what
Absolutely.
that is, what is that?
So 211 is a live person. You can text it, you can call it, and you can let them know, what are you experiencing? Is it you're looking for housing? You need utilities, food insecurity? Are you looking for a pediatrician? Any type of resource that you're looking for, they can search the database for you and then text it to you, or they can email it to you directly. And then you can also let them know a radius. Is it 5 miles that you can get to 10? And then it's also within a website too. So then you could go to it and search the website. But again, it's only successful as the nonprofits that are within the
Sure.
directory. And then with Sangamon Heart, that one is beneficial for the nonprofits because it's a referral
Oh,
database.
gotcha.
So our pediatricians are in it, our social workers on nonprofits, and they can make immediate referrals to any of the nonprofits, the pediatricians that are in it. And so that has been beautiful because just within this year, almost 2,000 successful referrals have
Oh,
been
wow.
made. Yes. And so, love to see again the collaboration come together and knowing that the families and the children are getting the immediate referrals that they need and they're successful.
Going back to the workforce side, I know we talked about, getting to the younger folks to get them interested, but are there any resources for maybe career changers, people that are older wanting to get into early childhood and be a teacher? Are there any resources out there, funding opportunities and things like that for folks?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are able to connect them with what's called gateways of opportunity. That's where they can see what different scholarships are available. And then we also collaborate with Illinois WorkNet.
Mhm.
There's multiple different resources there to support them if they are looking to change their career and go into early childhood. That'll let them know where they can go back to school and potentially it be free, potentially get some free childcare
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
well.
WorkNet has a lot of resources for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we've been collaborating with them. So I'm love that you brought that up.
Yeah, WorkNet, if anybody's not familiar with them, if you are looking for education and training, if you qualify, there could be funding available for you. And like she said, it might not be just tuition, it could be tuition and potentially childcare and some other things to make sure they give you every opportunity to be successful. So that's somewhere to look for if you're looking to get trained.
Yes.
So, what about the mental health side? What part of the action plan is going down the mental health side?
When we were able to start our mental and behavioral health, our community has just taken it and they have just ran with it. It has been beautiful. And so, what we found out, unfortunately, is in our community when we're looking at our 0 to 8-year olds, sometimes there's a year to 2 year wait list for them to get in. And that's when we're also talking about getting a diagnosis, though, too. And so, with that information, our council members in our community are like, what can we do in the meantime for our families and our professionals that are working directly with our youth? Like, what can that look like? And so they came up with the solution of, are there education? Is there trainings? Is there curriculum? And how can we saturate our community with this information? So we have over 40 different organizations that we're working with
Wow.
that have come together. They've kind of called themselves a mental health coalition. And we've developed, I say we, but I have an amazing staff member. Her name's Amber Walters, and she has put together these beautiful toolkits, and they will inform our community on everything for community members, everything for families, and everything for our early childhood, like social work professionals.
Mhm.
So that a way, while they're working with these youth or your child is on this wait list, you have the supports that you need to get some additional training or education session or curriculum.
Mm.
So those are hopefully going to go live within the next 2 weeks.
Awesome.
And it's just, again, been beautiful to see this coalition come together. Again, it's over 40 different organizations. Some are statewide, some are
Mhm.
here locally within Menard and Sangamon counties. And that's been just amazing to see. And then our number 2 recommendation is around support groups. And we are working with Sangamon County ROSC, and they already had a directory put together. And that is because of this long wait list, we wanted some additional supports. And so they came up with support groups. Like, we
Mhm.
need this running list, we need a website. But because we collaborate, right? We don't want people siloed and we're having conversations.
Right.
They already had a directory. It was online. It's in a paper book, and they had a section for support groups. But what we looked at was that we had some that we were already working with, and some of them weren't in their directory. So what we've done with a work group and Sangamon County ROSC is we've co-created a survey
Okay.
that's going to go out. So, are there additional gaps? What support groups do you know of? What additional support groups do you need? It's only 10 questions, and that's going to go out to everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, what you need within your community, you'll be able to fill this survey out. And then the idea is, how can we fill these gaps with these research based supports that already have support groups, so that a way we can fill the gaps. So that was the second recommendation, and it's almost complete, right?
Nice. Absolutely.
And then the third recommendation is around workforce. So, understanding that we may not be losing a lot of the workforce, but we need more. Yes, it's a statewide and a national concern, but here in Menard and Sangamon counties, we really want to focus on how can we get more and in all the different areas when we're talking about mental and behavioral health. And so we will be working with Illinois Behavioral Health Workforce Center, and they are creating everything we need: the videos, the flyers, the social media content, the brochures. And then they'll be going with us, like Lincoln Land did for the early childhood workforce, to go talk to the junior high and high school students. So that's moving along smoothly. Excited to see where this is going to take place. So, mental and behavioral health is moving just as smoothly as early childhood, if not faster.
Well, you mentioned Amber a little bit ago. Shout out to Amber. She does phenomenal work over at the Salvation Army too, right? I did some work with
Yes.
her over there. Good
Yes.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
love to hear that. Yeah.
So what are some of the other outreach pieces that you're doing right now to be able to get this information out to everybody?
So, the biggest way that we really do this is with our council members. We really empower them to go out in community and share their stories, the stories of the work that they're doing through the impact of the action plan. And so they're also able to go out with us in community. We do a lot with our elected officials too. So they go to the Capitol, and that's the other way that they're able to share our stories. And that's extremely impactful. So anytime that they're able to share their why, share their stories, is the movement of sharing what is Birth to 5 Illinois, what is the work that has been taking place with the action plans. And that's a big way that we're able to get that out there to make the impact. And then we're always in community. That's who we are and what we do. We do a lot of community outreach at family events. Anytime that we can go and do community meetings, like go to other nonprofits and let them know who we are and what we do and how we can partner better together. That's another way that we do that as well, and how they can join the action plans. Because honestly, every nonprofit can have a piece of the action plan. I don't think anyone out there cannot be a part of it. Everyone can do the work that we're doing for sure.
Awesome. So it's been around for 3 years. Is this going to be an ongoing initiative, or once you get the action plans done, do we transition to something else, or will this be ongoing?
So I really think that this is ongoing because we have identified multiple different recommendations, the council and the community, and we call it continuous quality improvement. So as you are always looking at your community and the needs, and when you solve a problem, you identify like 10 more.
Typically uncover
right?
some more, right?
I mean, that's how it works. Hate that, but love it at the same time, because we want our community to be the best that it can be for our family and our children, right? I mean, we're here. We always say that we're no longer initiative. We are here to be here for our community, and we're going to serve them.
Give the Sangamon, Menard County here, you Springfield. What are those top 3 things they would contact you about?
Awesome. You can contact us if you want to be a part of the action plan work that we're doing. If you would like to join the Family Council or the Action Council, and if you want to learn more, absolutely get a hold of us. That would be the top 3.
All right. And where can they go to do that?
So to get a hold of us, they simply go to www.birthtofiveil.com/Region 51.
Good deal. All right. Well, we're going to let Ashley get back to elevating Springfield, but for the rest of y'all, we'll be right back.
Hey, Springfield, when it comes to reliable, high-quality roofing, you don't want to leave things to chance. That's why you should reach out to Acosta Angeli Roofing, your local roofing expert, serving Springfield and surrounding communities. From quick, dependable repairs to full replacement, from residential to commercial, they are your trusted pros. Call them today at 217-993-2748 or visit their website to book your free quote and inspection. Don't wait. A little leak now could lead to major damage later. Trust the local experts, protect your home, and get peace of mind with Acosta Angeli Roofing.
Well, thank you for joining us today, everybody, on another segment of Communities Grow Together on the Elevate Springfield podcast. Thank you again to David Hilst, American Family Insurance Agency, for partnering with us on this segment. Hey, take what you learned today. You bring the discipline and follow through, and together, that's right, y'all, we're going to elevate Springfield. Be great.
Looking for expert tree care with hometown integrity? Look no further than Sangamon Tree Service. They're your trusted local pros, delivering quality workmanship, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing every time. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, their team brings professionalism and care to every job, big or small. Call the name your neighbors trust, Sangamon Tree Service, or visit them today at sangamontreeservice.com. Sangamon Tree Service, rooted in quality, built on trust.